All right, I am with Jan, who is showing off the Omni at the PAX 13 conference, and he is from Virtuix, and he is not only the CEO, but also a founder, creator of the Omni. And this, as you see right behind me, it is sort of like an omnidirectional treadmill of a sort, except without the tread and so forth. You know what, one of the things I wondered is what got you started? What was the inspiration that pushed you towards creating this particular item?
Well, the story of the Omni started about 2 years ago. Microsoft had come out with the Kinect, and I thought the Kinect would make a big impact on virtual reality. Great device, $100, could track a full body, and I started looking for ways to play into what I, at that time, believed would be a virtual reality revolution. And one of the big problems that had not been solved yet was how do you physically walk around in the virtual world? You have the glasses, you have tracking, how do I move around? Okay. And that's what I tried to solve with the Omni, and here we are 2 years later with our products.
Okay, so the Kinect was really the big influence when it came to that, and perhaps you worked with some other software, Ipisoft or something like that, in order to get your motion tracking going, or was this a whole new SDK that you came up with to work with the Kinect?
Now we use the Kinect SDK to write our GUI, and a little software program that runs the tracking and that translates your movements into keystrokes that drive the avatar in the game.
All right, so obviously you must have a Kinect to work with this, a Kinect that goes with the PC.
Well, I will say, actually you won't need a Kinect. We use a Kinect until now, but we're working on our own integrated tracking hardware that will be in the base, and that will track the motions, integrated into the Omni, so you won't need a Kinect.
Now, is that what I'm looking at right down here?
Actually, what you're looking at right now is actually something else. That is the 6sense STEM, which is a separate tracking system that is coming to Kickstarter in the next couple of weeks. Yes. And we're here with 6sense in our booth to show this particular system working with the Omni.
Sounds like a lot of pieces to put together a whole puzzle. So if I were to, the consumer version, looking ahead in the future, which you were projecting to come out when?
Early 2014, early next year.
Okay, so that kind of system, what would I expect to get whenever I do purchase that? Would it just be the Omni and the rest of it is up to me, or does it come with a lot more?
The Omni comes with the platform, the belt, the shoes, and integrated tracking hardware and software. So the only other things you need is the Rift, or rather HMD, a PC to process it.
Rift is still optional, correct?
Well, the Rift is the best one out there right now, so that's always a good option. And then a controller, a gun or a Xbox controller, whatever you'd like to use.
Okay, and right here you have a different kind of a controller, be it Xbox or whatever.
Yeah, this is an Xbox gun off the shelf, works out of the box. It's a good option.
Okay, and then he teamed up with 6sense, who was right next to you, and that is sort of like a motion tracking where you put it on each of your limbs, is that right?
Yeah, 6sense is coming out with wireless tracking, magnetic tracking, STEM trackers. You can hold them in your hands, on your feet, so you can track hands, feet, and really have that full motion control in virtual reality. You can walk forward, look left, and then aim independently of where you're looking. So full aim control.
So now tell me a little bit about the shoes, though. Is this going to be a problem for some of the people where they have different size shoes and they have a friend come over and want to play or something like that and they can't fit in the shoes, or is it going to be more universal?
Well, the shoes are come in sizes, but they're pretty universal. We offer every size up to shoe size 15. Yeah. And if you have a shoe size 9, you can probably fit in the 10 or in the 8. So there's some flexibility there.
Okay. Now, what about the SDK? The SDK is going to ship along with some integration, such as with Half-Life, perhaps Team Fortress 2, perhaps Hawken or something along those lines, because those are already going with the Oculus. Yeah. If I'm a developer, what would I be able to do once I get your SDK?
Yeah, our SDK will provide the developers with a new motion inputs that have not existed before. Right. Independent walking, absolute walking direction, but also analog walking speeds. So you can match your actually walking speeds with the walking speed of your character in the game. So those are some new motion inputs that will make it very interesting for developers to come up with new content.
So you're saying that right now in the Half-Life, if I walk a certain speed, will the player go a certain speed, or is that the end result? Is that what we're going for?
That's the end game. In Half-Life existing games, you have 2 speeds, walking and sprinting. So right now, if he sprints, he'll be sprinting in the game. Right. But there's only 2 speeds. But the end game is we provide you with analog speeds, so you can really match it one-to-one to your actual speed.
Now the SDK is working right now with the Source engine. What other engines do you have it available with?
Well, our SDK will work with Unity, UDK, the major engines, which has a plugin.
Major engines. All right, great. I think that pretty much wraps it up for us. we're going to be seeing this over on Kickstarter, is that right?
Well, we completed our Kickstarter 2 months ago, raised $1.1 million, but now you can order the Omni online on our website for pre-order for $4.99.
All right, which website is that?
www.virtuix.com.
Great, okay, so we'll be seeing you later. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.